Hello and welcome everyone to Nerds Talking. I am your host Connor, and I will be joined by Wade. And in this podcast, we will be talking everything from RPG tabletops all the way to PC gaming and everything in between. We will use some adult language to note, but stay with us and hope you enjoy. Hello and welcome everyone to episode 3 of Nerds Talking Shit. Today I have Wade as always, and then joined again is Tychus. I'm going to be your host again, Connor, and we're going to be talking about a random assortment of stuff today, and then finishing up with probably some D&D discussion like always. But to start things off, anybody want to say hello?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Alright. So to start things off, I wanted to talk. It is nearing Halloween, so I know Wade, you were saying you were helping your family move stuff around the flower shop and get some decorations out and whatnot, and I was kind of doing the same. And when I was going through my shed out back, found some old GI Joes. Started putting them up. Put up probably more GI Joes than I did decorations, and I don't know. I just kind of want to talk about if anybody still has like one of their favorite toys that they had as a kid still around that they still, kind of flex on in their display or in their room or anything. Like, well, you got some comic books, I know, but you don't really
On display. Nah, I keep
Right.
them sealed. I don't want.
Are you
I
gonna
don't
bring
want
them over? Are you gonna bring them over? Or are you gonna hang
Maybe
them up?
one day.
We should do that. What if I gave you like a wall?
I have too many for a wall. I have like 200. I have like maybe 100-ish comic books.
Dude, we could make it work. We could put it like, imagine my theater room. We just wall to wall comic books. / soundproof, cheap. What about you,
Maybe.
Tychus?
Personally, like, I don't
You don't have shit, dude? Like, really? I know you said this
I don't
earlier
have
when
too
I brought
much,
this up,
but, like,
okay, I
what
find
I
that
was-
hard to believe.
okay,
Find
what
that
I was
hard to
gonna
believe.
okay, what I thought about saying was that, like, I do have like a VHS player still, and I still kind of buy those every now and then when
Are
I go to
you
like
kidding me?
Goodwill and stuff like that.
No shit.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I have a VHS player, but I don't know if I actually have a VHS.
Talking about VHS.
Yeah, man.
You remember the movie Signs?
Oh my God,
I have
yeah.
it on
Yeah.
VHS in my house.
There's a scene in that movie where like the little girl's like, "There's something outside my window,"
Mm-hmm.
and like, dead ass.
Blockbuster.
I never thought there was something outside that window. And I watched like the movie not on VHS on like an HD television recently. There's like dead ass an alien on top of that bar. I'm staring at her like the whole time. And I never saw it because in the
I never
VHS was
saw it.
such low
Maybe I
res.
need to rewatch that movie because
Yeah,
I
like-
remember that scene and
And like and Mel looks out the window
it's just there.
and it's just darkness. Like he's looking at like the roof of the barn.
Yeah, I need to
But if you
rewatch
watch it on not VHS on like a good TV, like there's dead ass just an alien there, just like staring into the window on top of the barn. And I was like, holy shit. No fucking way. Because I never saw it. And I've seen that movie probably like 30 times.
I'm not gonna lie, the one movie I remember from VHS was the old Disney Pocahontas. I probably rewatched that shit easily 100 times.
For me, it was Muppet Treasure Island.
I don't know why. Muppet Treasure Island, okay. I don't know why, dude. There's just something about that song, Colors of the Fucking Wind, that just...
It was a great
got
movie.
me.
Treasure Planet.
I don't think I know that.
I know what you're talking about because it's in the
Damn.
commercials for one of my
Well, that's
VHS
cheating.
tapes.
That's cheating.
I know.
It's
but
it's
that's
like a sci-fi retelling of Treasure Island.
Oh yeah, I remember this. Oh, it took
Yeah,
me,
and
yo,
the
I had to
spaceship's
Google
like
it.
like a really cool
Yes.
looking
Yes.
sci-fi-esque boat.
Oh my god, and it's like floating. Yes, and it's almost got like a. It
And then they
reminds me
find the
of, like,
treasure planet.
Captain Hook, like with the bad guy, and no, I don't.
I don't
need
know
to
if
rewatch
I
this.
think Treasure Island predates Peter Pan.
I don't know, but I know this movie, dude. I need to watch this Treasure Planet. They have to
that's
have
good
it.
shit.
They have to have this. Why was this not like? Why did High School Musical
Other
become a
movie,
thing?
Titan AE.
Not that.
It's another classic animated movie.
That sounds familiar too. So
It's another sci-fi one that has Matt Damon in it.
So do you? So sorry, Wade, but so Texas, you don't put these on display though, do you?
No, I don't put them on
Is
display.
there
I
anything
mean,
that you do put on display?
I watch them. No,
In
I
your
don't.
room right now, do you have anything on your walls?
I mean, I got like a couple posters,
What
but
are
that's
they
about
of?
it.
Tell me what they're of.
Video games.
What
One of
games?
them's
Very specific.
I know, right?
Okay, well, like one of them's a Mario Kart puzzle actually that I glued together and put on my wall. I had to put together the puzzle.
I'm down.
It was cool. It was cool.
What else? You got?
The other one's a Zelda, and actually I got 2 Zelda posters
I dig
and
it.
a Harry Potter poster. From
Speaking
school.
of Mario Kart, you guys seen that new Mario Kart thing they came out with?
It's true.
It's like an augmented reality Mario Kart game.
No.
Yeah, you set up like a track in your house.
Say what now?
Yeah,
Whoa. Whoa! Are you telling me that I could wait the man cave? You know how big it is. Like,
Yeah, it's called Mario Kart Live.
you telling me we could be racing in my basement or something?
Yeah, you get a
Link,
cart.
dude. Give me a link. Don't.
You get a cart that has a camera, and you drive it around with your Switch.
So, oh my god.
And it's augmented reality,
Oh
so
my
like as you're driving it
God.
around, you get like the power ups and
Oh
everything.
my god! Where do I get these? Wait, this is perfect for dude. Game night. This just upped it.
Well, one, you'd have to have a Switch, probably a couple actually.
Well, what, one for each person playing?
I pressed the wrong button. I'm really sorry.
Yeah,
No, you're good.
My bad.
He can't figure out Discord. It's okay.
one for each person playing, and then one of these for each person playing.
Oh my god, dude.
But no, with your boys, it actually wouldn't be too bad.
Wait,
You'd use it even without
could
us.
how do you do it? What? So for those of you that haven't seen this, they're like mini cars. Is that what I'm seeing here? Or
Yeah, they're like small toy cars.
that you set
like-
up, and then you make this track
Yeah,
with items that like align with other things. Oh my god, I can see it. It's like being in a freaking Toy Story game, guys.
yeah.
Oh.
So I'd probably do max 3, because
Oh
like what you have
my.
No, you'd have to do 4, wouldn't you? You'd need one for yourself, one for Ashlyn, and one for each of the boys.
Yeah,
And then on top of that, when we have our D&D nights, we could also do it.
dude, but this is freaking insane. Like
Insanely cool.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I
yes.
thought when I saw this.
Like,
yeah.
what?
If I make a guess how it
for
works.
everybody, so they know what we're talking about. We're talking about Mario Kart
Home
Live
Circuit.
Home Circuit. This is actually nutty. How much is it? I need to know the price point. Let's see here. One cart. I'm looking at Mario's Kart right now. Looks freaking dope. I can get it $99 MSRP. So it's $100 for one cart. And all, does it give me all?
And it's $200 for the cheapest Switch.
Does it give me all of this stuff it's showing me? Like when I buy this Luigi cart, yes, I see it. It gives me the map. So technically, you only need one of these boxes, and then the carts maybe will be individual. Comes with free software, so you don't have to like download and buy the software separately.
You might only need one cart. To help map out the track. and then everyone else is digital. Because if you look at the promo picture, somebody's playing Baby Bowser, but Baby Bowser is like
Oh, a ghost. I see.
a
It's
ghost.
6+. What is that? See, we don't.
So
we need more.
You might only need
If
one of these.
Dude, if all I need is one of these, I'm freaking sold for Christmas. This is bought.
Yeah, and you're gonna get a Switch for everybody.
Yeah, I mean this is dope.
Yeah, I thought this was one of the coolest things Nintendo's done.
Like,
You mean you can talk shit about like some of their shit not being like as high performance as other consoles,
okay, now listen.
but in terms of innovation, this shit's hot.
All right, but listen. Are we going into this is cooler than the new Quest 2 that came out, or
Those
not
are like
even
two
out
completely
yet?
different.
I know,
Those
but
are
I
like
mean,
two
if you
completely
got
different things.
yeah, but this is what I'm on the fence about here, Wade, is that I really, really want the Quest 2.
You want a VR system?
Like,
Well,
and I want it to be the
from
multiplayer
all
one,
the
that's why I
streams
wanna do
I've
it.
watched, I wouldn't even buy a Quest 2
Why?
because the index is just so much vastly superior.
Yeah, but I can't have 4 people hooked up to the index in a small confine. Like what I can have the Quest 2 for $300 out the door.
I don't know. When I think of VR, I don't think like we all get together and play VR. VR
I
is
do
something like
because I
everyone
have
individually
kids.
has
Yeah,
at their
because-
own homes.
No. See, this is where you're wrong. You don't have children, so you don't understand that. You know, if you're playing VR, they want to play VR. So if you buy something cool and it's cool, you share it, and that's not how it works. When you could have 3 people playing VR, like all I got to do is map out that second room over there, the game room, and it's big enough for 2 people doing VR. And then you could have another 2 people out.
Well, I think you can get a. I think
fit
you
8
can.
people down here doing a huge.
I think you
VR
can get a
here.
Quest and get the index sticks because that's what's important.
I don't think so. I wouldn't do
Yeah.
that either. I wouldn't even do that. What? That doesn't even make sense to me. We're getting off track of what my question was. It was the Quest 2.
I think you'll get more out of the Switches than you would out of VR. Out of the
Maybe.
gate.
Yeah, out
Because
of the
then
gate, but then down the
No,
road.
because it's a whole console, like not down the road.
Yeah, but they don't play anything on the Switch really. Because we.
They don't have a Switch.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
You know, you're talking about like a console that has amazing games, especially for
Yeah, but what? A
younger
Switch
children.
is like $300, right?
200. You'd get the one without the Joy-Cons and get the one that's like a whole unit.
What do you mean the one without the Joy-Cons?
It's called like Switch Lite. The Joy-Cons are like built into the Switch.
Yeah, it's like
Well, I would want the controllers for if we. That way, I would only have to do 2 controllers, and 4 people could play a game on like a big screen.
Well, that's like $100 extra.
That's what I said. So $300.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at $300 for 2, so you got 600.
Well, you probably
for
only
2.
need you'll probably need to get 2, and then like any additional Switches would be like the light one. No, you only need 1. You only need 1 big daddy Switch, and then like the other ones can just be like.
Do they sell
the cheaper one.
controllers that are just
Yeah.
like basic controllers?
Yeah, most people that play on the Switch use the Pro controller
That's right.
instead of the Joy-Con.
Yeah, that's right. That's what Brian has. I remember that. I don't know, dude. I mean, these are awesome. Don't get me wrong. This Mario Kart Live, I can totally.
I
see
say
myself doing
if
this.
you want to play like family games and stuff, VR is definitely not the avenue. Like if you want multiple people playing something,
I don't know, dude. I could find.
that just sounds like injuries to be had.
Nah, not worried about that.
Like
Last
someone's
thing
gonna
worried
get
about.
smacked.
All right, so then switching gears here. Now that we're I mean, this is a cool idea, but so got out of high school. We don't want to talk too much about it for those people that haven't watched it, but if you haven't watched this anime or read the manga, I didn't read all of it.
It's a webtoon, not a manga.
Webtoon, whatever. Sorry. If you have not been graced by this awesome medium of whatever, it's amazing. I highly suggest it. Wade, give me a quick TLDR without spoilers on.
Without spoilers, I'd say it's just like if you like normal battle shonens, you know, like Dragon Ball, you're gonna like God of High School. It's if I do explain it, it's almost like if you watched Baki or Kengan Asura on like Netflix,
Which I
where
love,
it's
by
like
the way.
there's like always fighting. It's a more kid friendly version of those shows.
100%.
Um,
You can totally watch God of High School with your kids.
it's way less violent. Well, it's just as violent. It's just not the same type of violence.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm a crazy parent.
It's more like a superhero. It's more of a like a superhero violence than like
My Hero Academia.
yeah. It's like there's still action and there's still fighting.
A
It's
right
just
to
not
a
as
wrong.
bloody.
Yeah, it's like there's a
Yeah.
Okay.
There's more
But-
purpose to the fighting than the fighting.
So, Tygus, what do you think about God of High School? Have you seen it all? You're up
Yeah,
to date
we-
with us, right? We all
Yeah,
watched
yeah,
it.
we watched it. It was
Yeah.
pretty. It was pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty amazing. I don't really want to say too much,
It was pretty hot.
but
I mean,
yeah,
the fighting
I
in
mean-
it in the animation is
yeah,
some
yeah,
of
that's
the,
what I was about to say.
some of the
The
hypest
quality.
stuff is What's who's your favorite character? I mean, this isn't spoilers. What you got a favorite character out of the three? We'll say what who
Out of
who's
the whole
guy?
cast.
Yeah, out of the yeah, sure, out of the whole cast. You got
I mean, I like the main character a lot. Actually, I'm not gonna lie.
Jin Mori. Mine's
yeah,
Jin
Jin
Jin.
Mori.
Yeah, who's yours, Wade?
Jin Jin. It's his grandpa.
100%.
That's because I've
He's a
read the
cool
entire
guy.
webtoon and I still read it.
Wade's like, can I know everything that's going to happen and will happen that nobody else knows? So, and I'm just like, I'm along for the ride because it's dope. I'll wait for the
That
next
and the guy with the
season.
baseball bat, but I never remember his name.
Yeah, I forgot about
Oh,
that
that
guy.
He
blonde
lost to-
guy
Yeah, he lost to Dowie.
with the glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's good. I suggest it. What else? What was that other one that we watched?
That we watched, there was two. There was Inspector, which was really good. It's just not. It's not the same pace of like it's not a battle show. It's like a mystery thing. Like it's not bad. It's an okay anime. The other one we watched was like it's Gibiante or some shit,
Yes, I remember.
and it has like randomly generated monsters they fight,
Monsters, yes.
and it really reminds me of like Fist of the North Star, like the original like OG old as shit anime.
Yeah, I remember you saying that when we were watching it.
Like it's almost like 1-to-1,
All right. Are there any other animes?
and it's good.
Any other animes? Excuse me.
You might like Fire Force.
I'm about to
My
hop
issue
into
with
The
Fire-
Witcher. I'm about to watch The Witcher. Like literally,
For
I got
Witcher?
it queued up. I got it queued up, ready to go. Henry Cavill, I'm coming your way, and I'm gonna watch. I can't
Is
believe
it Henry? I thought it was Harry.
Maybe
It is Henry. Henry Cavill.
yes.
Somebody asked him to play Jonathan if they do a live action shows.
If they did a live action,
And-
what you cut out?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, jeez.
They do a and I'm like, I mean, he does fit. He could totally do it.
They just got to make him like 6 feet tall. I don't know how tall he is actually.
I'm pretty sure.
He's a big
Pretty sure
man.
he's pretty big.
Yeah,
All right, nice.
he's pretty stacked. I'm quite sure. So, I don't know.
Yeah, he's 6'1". He's as tall as us, Connor.
He's good.
Yeah, he's big enough.
He qualifies. Anything? I don't know. I'm gonna watch that. That's what I guess.
I
hyped
did
for.
not know he was British.
Think. You never know. You never know. You know. So you gonna watch anything for Halloween? You guys just like those?
I always watch Nightmare Before Christmas.
I was about to say, Ashlyn, I know my girlfriend, she's going to want to watch everything. Like, right now, if I was upstairs, she'd be like, let's watch something. She's scared.
Dude, in ye olden days, back in the days of cable television watching, I hated Hocus Pocus so much. But, like, I had so many people that were always like, you want to watch Hocus Pocus? I was like, why do people like this movie?
It's like, what? I don't even know.
It's like the shitty.
Hocus
Remember
Pocus.
Halloween Town,
Oh my god!
where
yeah,
the
I
first
remember
one was
Hocus
good,
Pocus,
and then
yes.
like all the other ones were awful.
Yeah.
I loved Halloween Town.
Whatever happened to what were those books that were oh my god.
Talking Goosebumps.
Goosebumps. Yes. What happened to that? Whatever happened to that?
They had a terrible TV show when we were like 6 or 7, dog. I'm pretty sure.
that was
I'm pretty
it?
sure I've shown you the
that was
JonTron
it?
videos criticizing him.
I
Yeah.
mean, most likely. I believe it, but
What was
that
the
was all
other?
it
What
was?
was the other horror kid show?
Are you
I guess
afraid
you
of the
remember
dark?
that one.
That one was
Are You Afraid
actually
of the Dark?
scary.
Some of them were, but like there was some awful. Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah. But the ones that were creepy were like, oh man,
They were
I'm
like
gonna have
they were
nightmares for the
totally
next 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was bad.
Take us
Like
what
they
are
were
you
like
eating? What are you eating?
Breakfast,
It's-
tortilla.
I can smell it from here.
you could have like held that off until we were done recording.
Nah, dude. He's
Nah.
hungry. I would eat
I'm gonna
too.
get some to eat after we're done recording.
Same.
I haven't eaten anything.
Same. So, with or any other anime, any other movies, anything else before we start our D&D section?
Mm.
And then
Well,
we
I
just
guess I
talk
would say
randomly
like
into the dark
because
abyss.
you asked like what movies we're gonna watch. I was
So wait,
gonna watch
I gotta
Beetlejuice.
ask. How are you like? Are you like? Is your whole family? Not to sound like a complete racist, but like Mexican. Like how top of the line is your Mexican food?
I
over there,
mean,
Tychus?
my dad makes a pretty mean green sauce, dog.
Like, what does that even mean? See, this is what I'm
Like
talking
You
like
about.
lost-
enchilada sauce.
Greens.
Like you know, it's
No, I
it's green
don't.
You
sauce
lost
from
me
like
at
Mexican food.
enchilada,
Yeah,
dog.
you lost me when you
Connor
started.
doesn't know what an enchilada is. Remember the last podcast? He's like, I don't like eating.
Yeah,
So
like
he's never actually liked
girlfriend-
Mexican
It's
yeah,
food.
good.
yeah.
Then how about that?
Yeah,
Like
my
what?
girlfriend's always like, "How can you
I
be
don't
so
know how to
smart but
describe it
not
to
know
you.
like what some basic stuff is?" I'm like, I don't know. I like what I like, and I
It's like,
learn what I
dude,
learn.
soft tacos, they're good.
Cause
Yeah,
I want to have
basically.
them for D&D night, but I'm so afraid that like I know they'll be a hit too. I just know that.
Well, like just doing taco meat and stuff.
Yeah, just doing
It'd
like
definitely be a super easy meal.
yeah. That's what I want to do, but
Get like some salsa and taco sauce with a bunch of cheese.
yeah, for like
Sour
for our
gravy.
Halloween one shot, that would be great. But I just
You could also do chicken.
I thought we'd do both or both. Jesus, both. No, I thought we would just.
Nah, I think you want to do one so you can keep it warm in that crock pot. You only have one crock pot.
Oh my god, dude! Doesn't matter once everybody eats it. It's just fucking gone.
Well, I
There's a
think making enough
microwave.
taco meat. That's all you-
I mean, sure. Chicken's versatile. You can do it with whatever. I'm down.
Yeah, you just buy some taco seasoning. I'll help you when I get there.
All right. So then,
Do you have a big pan?
wait. You
Not
probably
pan,
know.
a skillet.
I mean,
You need to get one.
I have a decent sized skillet. Like, what do you want from me?
You probably do it in a wok too. You gotta walk.
I mean, I gotta walk.
But you need like a skillet with a lid. 'Cause that's how you cook taco. It's just like the safest way to make.
I have it. Yeah, we'll make it happen, Wade. We'll make it happen.
Tell me
Anyway,
you want for
I was
Christmas.
more asking Tychus, not you, Wade. I would rather have his input because I'm pretty sure he has experience with this. His dad probably has
racist.
made more. I mean,
I mean, kind of, yeah.
but I mean,
That's
how
racist.
many enchiladas
Actively.
has this man made?
I mean,
Tychus, how many
he
have
doesn't
you
cook
made?
very often.
How many how
so
many have you made with your own two hands? Way more than me,
I've-
right?
No,
You've made less than me.
Well, if we're talking enchiladas,
I mean-
it's definitely more than Connor because
Yeah,
I'm
like
assuming
what-
you've had one.
Yeah, you're eating one right now.
I
so
didn't
you,
make it though.
well, who did?
My dad.
That's what I said, and you said he doesn't cook. So now you're lying to
I
me.
said he doesn't cook very often. I said.
But
That's
more.
literally verbatim what
well,
I
he
said.
cooks enchiladas more than I do. So, what's in it?
Like chicken, cheese, nice tortilla, bunch of green sauce on the top. Like that's like the basics of it at
So
least.
chicken,
And like
cheese, and
he
what
adds
is
like
green
cilantro
sauce?
and other stuff.
Like what is
You
green
buy it in a
sauce?
can. It's called well, not can, but like you can buy it at like
You
in a
can
jar.
buy it.
I'm sorry. I'm done. In a jar.
I've never
You
had
can-
enchilada. It's always red sauce in every enchilada I've ever been served.
Well, mine has green. I don't know. I think it just is.
Maybe it's a
I've
regional
seen
thing.
red. I've seen red. So I mean,
Yeah, enchiladas. If you go to like a Mexican restaurant in Ohio, you're getting red sauce.
Which is not where Wade lives.
Yeah, it's totally not the state I'm living in currently.
Yeah, he lives in
With
Mexico.
a shitload of people.
This is why he knows so much about this topic.
I know so much about food because I'm really fat and I really like eating.
When was the last time you had an enchilada, Wade?
Hidden. Enchilada, maybe like 2-ish months ago.
Did you make it?
Yeah, it was homemade.
I'm gonna have to dab in this now. All right, so on to the music cutscene slide, and everything goes D&D now. So we're gonna talk some more about Tasha's Cauldron, and this time we're not just gonna talk about it.
They're not glazing over it.
We're gonna really talk about it. We're gonna really get down into it, as much as we know that has been released. So, as you know, we talked about this in our first episode a little bit. It comes out in about a month from this,
In a month.
in
directly.
a month from when we were recording
The 17th
this
of
episode.
November.
Yep, because we are recording this October 17th. So whenever you hear it on... Oh, by the way, perfect segue to make sure you go check out our podcast on a bunch of... pretty much all of the outlets. Make sure you follow, subscribe, do that shit, download it, check it out. Let us know if you have any feedback or questions, or you want to call one of us stupid. That's fine. Just not Tychus. You might hurt his feelings.
yeah, man, come on.
Or Mike. I don't know. I'm going to call him Tychus. I can't call you Mike, but if people want to call you Mike, by all means. But aside from that, I lost my train of thought. We're talking
Tasha's.
D&D. Here we go. 192 pages. Comes out in a month. Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. 4 chapters. There's character options, spells and magic items, group patrons, tools for dungeon masters, and supposedly the character options chapter is the longest. Now we're pulling this from a straight up Reddit page that got leaked. And yeah. It says Tasha provides comments with captions throughout. Tasha is featured in different stages of her life and art throughout the book, including full page art for each of the 4 chapters. There's obviously the standard art cover with her in her kind of blue, I would say, attire, and the cauldron of fire and everything. And then there's the alternate cover where there's the heart and all this shit of Gratz offering Tasha the heart or whatever. I don't even know. So Wade, you said you thought the standard cover was cooler. I don't know, dude. That second cover, Tychus, which
I
book?
really don't care. I don't really care about the covers. It's about the content of the book.
I mean,
for me.
but something that looks cool is cool, Wade. It's called the rule of cool. So if I'm going by just rule of cool, if I take the alternate book cover, that book is already cooler in my opinion. So I'm just stating it.
I don't know. I don't like it that much.
Well, I don't know. Take us if you have an opinion, let me know. So classes, go ahead. What do you got?
Nah, I mean, I was just gonna say, like, I think that the covers don't matter as much as the contents. That's personally what I think.
Well, you guys clearly are not as cool as I am then. So, classes and subclasses. 1 new subclass for each of the 13 classes. There's 22 new subclasses, 5 reprint subclasses from other books, not including Artificer subclasses. There's reprint subclasses included: Ordered Domain Cleric and Circle of Spores Druid, Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica, College of Eloquence Bard and Oath of Glory Paladin, and Blade Singing Wizard.
Okay, so let's pause and talk about this.
Yes.
So, like, Eloquence Bard, like, right now, is, like, not that great in comparison to, like, the
What
other
is it?
Bard options.
What is it? I don't know what it is.
I remember. Let me get the specifics up here.
Get it out.
So, like, Eloquence right now, it gives you, like, bonuses on, like, Persuasion and Deception.
Okay.
And it gives you the ability to use your Bardic Inspiration to mess with creatures' saving throws. Negatively. Okay?
Okay, which is kind of
so,
okay.
like, with the reprint, hopefully they give it a little more spice. And I'm not like counting like their level like 6 and up. I was just like,
is this really all they get? Is these like 5 things?
Yeah.
Infectious Inspiration, Universal. Okay, so they peak at like level 6. It looks like.
Yeah. So hopefully that with the new cantrips and stuff they're adding too, that like Eloquence Bard will be way more efficient.
What
and
do you
Oath
think
of Glory
needs?
Paladin might
What do you think
be.
It needs?
What do I think it needs? I think it's just so hard to go Eloquence when like lore is a thing. If we're talking from like a performance perspective.
So
Like,
you mean combat?
No, not a combat, like overall.
Okay.
Like a lore bard can do non-combat things just as well as an eloquent bard. Like,
so you're saying there's no
and
point
do more
to
often
even
stuff.
Take a
Yeah, like eloquence, like lore overpowers it a lot because you get like way more proficiency. So eloquence can only persuade well, and deceive well, while like a lore bard can do everything well. Like they get tons of expertise and tons of stuff. Like they get skills out the ass. And an eloquence bard it falls short. And hopefully the reprint of Glory Paladin brings them a little up. I know Blade Singing Wizard is going to be big because like a lot of people have problem with Blade Singing Wizards right now.
So what about is it the Oath of Glory Paladins? From what I'm looking like, these are like the tried and true paladins that everybody essentially imagines when they think of a paladin, correct? These guys are destined to achieve glory through deeds of heroism.
Yeah, I'd say they're definitely the most stereotypical paladin. Besides, but in D&D, I'd have to say like probably like Vengeance, most common played paladin.
Vengeance.
Yeah, Vengeance, Conquest, and maybe Ancients. Ancients is really supporty. Conquest and Vengeance are really.
So they're just gonna buff these essentially.
We don't know if they're buffing them specifically. But hopefully they just update them and bring them into line with like the other subclasses.
Yeah,
in terms of like useful.
It says all of the new subclasses previously. Wait. What about the Blade Singing Wizard?
Okay, so like right now, Blade Singing Wizard's just like not good.
Is it just trash?
Like at all? Yeah, it's just bad. Like a lot of people have a lot of problems with it, and it's really sad because like the whole theme of Blade Singing Wizard is super cool. You know, it's like a specifically elven subclass.
That's what I'm looking at. It's just elves, yeah.
It's just elves, unless like elves and half elves, unless you like work around it somehow.
Right.
And you're like a wizard that like uses blade dances to weave magic, and it's like so thematically it's like super, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it just falls short of like other classes that can do that, but better. So
this
like
is a really cool style. Like they get tattoos of their chosen style's animal, and
yeah, but like they just fall short. Like there's Hexblade Warlock. So if you want to be a spell slinging magic swordsman, there's Hexblade Warlocks, for example. You could play a elf sorcerer and do almost the same thing, and you're just more powerful overall.
all right. So
Besides like a lore RP perspective, blade singing just kind of
Right.
sucks.
So it goes on to say here in this post, says most of the content in the book got high satisfaction scores in UA surveys. Those that didn't got either heavily revised or delayed for possible future books. Alternate class features for every class, similar to class feature variants, including spell versatility and 3 new primal beastmaster companions, as well as some new ones not seen in
Okay, let's talk about this.
UA.
Okay, so like these new things allow people to like change their fighting styles if they're a fighter, change their cantrips, which like you usually can't do until these rules became a thing. I'm pretty sure it also includes all the new fighting styles, so like thrown weapon fighting and unarmed fighting
Yeah.
are new things, and I think those are all just like really cool quality of life features that like bring more to all your characters.
I mean, it sounds cool.
Like let's look at the new monk class feature, for example. Like monks getting the ability for ranged combat because they get distance eye, which means they can like attack without long range imposing disadvantage for a key point. So that means they could like dead ass like shoot somebody from like
Are you talking
500
distant
feet
eye?
away. Yeah.
Yeah, I was starting to look at the barbarian, some of the
Mhm.
ones, and like some of these are.
And barbarian has some too.
They got survival instincts,
survival instincts.
instinctive pounce.
The problem with survival instincts though is how fucking good danger sense is.
Yeah.
Like danger sense is so fucking good that like I don't know, unless you want to be like an animal handler or something, I can't see you not taking danger sense over it.
Yeah, what about instinctive pounce? Replaces fast movement.
I think that one could definitely be useful. The issue with that is like most of the time that you're playing a barbarian, you're most likely also playing an orc.
That's right. That's what I'd be playing.
Like stereotypically, most barbarian players pick orc.
Yeah.
That might change with the new Tasha's stats rulings.
That's a maybe. All right,
But
so
no, the reason I'm saying that specifically is that's like an orc passive already. It's called aggression, where they can like move within to have like it's like a racial they get.
some of these are pretty.
So that
cool,
means
but-
that means an orc barbarian gets 10 feet extra movement and basically instinctive pounce by just orc.
Yeah. I know, I'm looking at some of these, like the wizard, they get cantrip versatility. Whenever you gain a level in this class, you can replace one cantrip you learned from the spellcasting feature with another cantrip from the wizard's spell list. There's some pretty cool things in here. I'm not saying that it's all like super gonna change the way you play possibly your class, but
I think rogues the new cunning action is really important because it means they get the ability to sneak attack every time from reach, no matter what.
well, let's hope that they give us something that is. I mean, do we know we're getting? I mean, it says we're getting alternate class features for every class. It's similar to these. So if we're getting something different, I mean, we don't really know.
Well, no, the reprint of cunning action just adds aim on top of the dash, disengage, and hide action they can take. So the new cunning action aim means they can't move, but their range attack gains advantage. So with that, they can apply sneak attack on their one attack, regardless of circumstance.
All right.
which is just really, really nice for a rogue that wants to focus on like ranged combat, because the features, like, you don't want to like it's just nice. So that's all I gotta say. Like,
All right. We'll keep it moving. We got plenty to get through here. They basically go on to say that Jeremy Crawford sent a live stream recently that there are new class features for every class in the player's handbook. It's possible that artificers do not get new alternate class features. Not all subclasses will be equally good at all things, but each will bring something new to the group. All subclass options have to work for all the worlds of D&D. The book includes hooks for how to fit each subclass into each D&D setting. So something like a little DM tooltip there. It goes on to talk about Artificers is reprinted with some tweaks to make it fit in any world, not just Eberron. New Artificer infusions, Artillerists, Alchemists, and Battlesmiths are reprinted. Armored Specialization lets you sling lightning, master spells both old and new, and create customized armor. And then there's Homunculus Servant Arts. That's pretty dope.
so basically, if you've never played an artificer, armor or looked at UA content, armor artificers, instead of like doing typical artificer things like shooting, like a battlesmith's almost like a wizardy paladin with a pet. An alchemist I think throws potions and shit. And an artillerist gets like a turret they build. Well, an armorer, like, dead ass makes magical power armor and fights with it. So like you're literally like magical fantasy iron, which is awesome.
I mean, yeah, that's cool. Like
That's pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to make a gnome that like piloted it like he was Earthworm Jim. You know? That was the
Kinda like,
concept I came up with.
Kind of like Ruckus from
Yeah, Ruckus from
Paladins.
Paladins would be another one.
Oh, dude. So it also goes on here after Artificer. It goes into the Barbarian, and you get this path of wild magic.
Let me look at the preview. If it's like the UA, basically every time you rage, some like random fucking effect happens.
Yeah.
And they're all like super fucking good.
Yeah, the like magic awareness. Yeah, the wild magic happens essentially.
Yep, they're all stupid good. Like, if
Yeah.
you roll a 1, each creature of your choice within 30 feet of you must take 1d12 necrotic damage.
Yeah.
And you gain temporary hit points equal to the 1d12 plus your barbarian
That's
level.
right.
It's like, okay.
That's right.
Because it's like each creature. The plus side is temp health doesn't stack. That's still just like, you know, if there's like 5 creatures, that's like 5d12 damage. Oh wait,
Right.
that's not how AoE spells work. You just roll 1d12
and it just happens to all of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Good.
And that's one example. Let's not go like too far in depth into it.
No, I mean, so then we go down. We got bards here. They have College of Creation, uses the primordial power of song and creation, can animate objects. They have.
That sounds cooler than eloquence.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Period.
We have what we just talked about with eloquence. It's being reprinted.
Pause and talk about something real quick.
Let it rip.
With that, they're changing how summoning spells. They're streamlining. So, for example, in our campaign with Jake and his druid summoning creatures,
Right.
the new summoning spells have the stat block in the spell itself. Like, they summon specific entities that get better with the spell level.
Right.
So that way, it's not like, okay, I need to like look up the tiger spell block or blah blah blah. You're just like, you already know if you have the spell, it gives you the stat blocks. Period.
Sounds
So
good
it just
to me.
streamlines. It just streamlines
easier.
summoning a lot. It
Yep.
makes it sounds like it makes it way better.
All right, so we got Cleric, which is Order Domain, is reprinted. Druid, Circle of Spores is reprinted. Fighter, at least one new subclass. Monk is getting at least one new subclass. Paladin, we already talked of. Oath of Glory is getting reprinted. Ranger.
I think Cyanite is going to be the class that Fighter's going to get.
Really?
Yeah, because they're adding all these psychic cantrips and stuff, and
Think they'll get
Cyanite is
something?
the psychic knight.
I could see it. I could see it.
So they're either psychic warrior or psionic knight. I don't know which one of those is new.
Or maybe they just make a guy named Guts and just label him fighter.
For monk, I actually don't know if there is.
So wait, what are
any
these
UA
three new
content?
primal beasts?
Probably like
these
Mercy.
beasts.
Mercy.
No, it says they're getting
I
one new
don't-
subclass.
I don't know. Actually,
So there's 3 new primal beast master
Those aren't-
companions.
oh, primal awareness. Is that what it is?
No, it's 3 new primal beast master companions.
So probably new. They're probably like
Big
it's
beasts?
not anything I know. Yeah, they probably
Yeah.
have like completely new fucking stat blocks. Everything. Might
That
be
sounds, Jake might be into that. So there's at least one new subclass for rogues. There's at least one new subclass. It says
I think it might be revived for rogues, which is the ones that shoot necrotic laser.
okay, so necrotic space beams, nice. And then we have Sorcer. Psionic Mind is a psionic-themed sorcerer origin, conflicting information regarding the final title of this subclass, either Psionic Mind or Aberrant Mind, but most sources say Psionic Mind. So I guess they're getting.
If you,
Psionic Mind.
I've looked at the UA, and in the UA it's called Aberrant Mind.
Hmm.
So they might have
Is
just
it
changed it
aberrant
because it
mind?
sounds.
Is that what that means? Aberrant? Is that the
Yeah,
word?
aberrant.
Aberrant.
They might have just changed it because it sounds better.
Sounds
'Cause
better.
it does.
It does.
But it has a bunch of class features about like just doing psychic stuff.
All right, and then we got Warlock Genie Patron. Lets you choose patron. Sorry, lets you choose an element for the genie and decide what kind of vessel they dwell in. Each genie includes extra spells to choose from. And then, I mean, that's kind of cool. You get to choose.
From what I saw, basically, it's really nice because they like
some fluff.
I'm going to talk about the combat part of it right now. On top of the not the RP part.
Keep it
but
quick.
like
we
they
got a lot more to get through.
Yeah, they get a bunch of like pluses to damage and stuff doing like the element their genie is associated with. So if you got like a fire genie,
I see. Yep, I'm looking at
Yeah.
now the table. That's pretty cool. All right, and then
you
got
do extra fire damage.
you got wizards, new spell book options. Allegedly a Psionic Wizard, because I guess this is just Psionic, the D&D patch. And then there will be a new version of the Blade Scene Wizard School, which is what we were talking about earlier. And then kind of going on some miscellaneous stuff, and then we'll get into the races. There's customized character origin stories similar to This Is Your Life, including magical origins and backstories. Multiple psionic-themed subclasses featuring an evolved version of the previously playtested psionic mechanics. There's new creatures, and going into the races. So we'll kind of go through some of these. These are just kind of bullet points, and then we'll kind of, I don't know, spells will probably have some decent things in here. So we have a new lineage system that allows new customization of characters, including ability scores, modifiers, disentangling personal traits from cultural traits. You can create completely new custom lineages, it looks like, disconnected from anything in the player's handbook, with basically your typical fill-in-the-blank template. So yeah, it looks like you're going to be able to come up with whatever you want, like normal. But you're also going to be able to have negative racial modifiers from kobolds and orcs that are going to be reprinted. So basically, this is just talking about being able to make whatever you want without negative effects, right?
I'm pretty sure only
it says
kobolds and orcs have negative modifiers
it says
for player characters.
Removes
So kobolds will no longer be -2 strength, and orcs will no longer be -2 intellect.
So you got races from the player's handbook that lets you create exceptional members for that race. You can apply your ability score, bonuses, however you like. I don't see anything too. It says it's likely the new Vol's Guide to Monsters Errata, which makes some significant changes to the Goliath, Triton, Kobold, and Orc players' races. Reported that these errata removes the negative modifiers, like we were just talking about.
Oh, that means you might be able to get rid of sunlight sensitivity from kobolds.
Yeah, it says you have
Which,
proficiency in 2 of the following
from
skills.
mid-maxer's perspective, makes them like probably the best race in the game.
Primal Intuition is pretty cool. You have proficiency in 2 of the following skills of your choice: animal handling, insight, intimidation, medicine, nature, perception, and survival. And then there's a new lineage system that allows you to rearrange +2 and +1, but you can't add them up to a +3. Mountain Dwarf does let you reassign Mountain Dwarfs into 2s. You can also change your language and proficiencies. Some of these,
So basically, it means you can just like fucking
make what you want now. Yeah. All right. Now
instead of your Mountain Dwarf having 2 strength, 2 con, it could be like 2 dex, 2 whiz, or whatever.
Right. All right. So now we're getting into spells. So spellbook includes 9 new conjuration spells to summon spirits. Upcasting these spells increases the spirit's HP, attack bonus, and more. Each spell has at least 2 spirit options. The spells range from 2nd to 6th level. Each take 1 action to cast, have a range of 90 feet, and VSM opponents with each is concentration of 1 hour. That's pretty good. 9 conjuration. Are these the new conjuration summons, or no? These are
the
summons.
Next part is about what Jake would be doing.
So summoning the spell is a more elegant, enjoyable way to summon creatures. The player handbook options can coexist, but these do something different, faster, and easier to engage with than looking up a monster's stat block. Stat block is right with the spell. Summoning the creature can be customized, so you basically are going to be able to just say, hey, I do whatever, and it's just this. Since the Blade Singer's Wizard is being reprinted, we can assume that the cantrips are going to also be reprinted. That's, I guess, unconfirmed speculation. So that's something I guess we'll see.
The 2 spells, sure. Mind Sliver and Tasha's Mind Whip, are what I'm really excited for, because I really want to make a Psychic Wizard. If those spells are going to
So these are like legit, like we know they're in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, at least Mind Sliver and Tasha's Mind Whip are definitely in it.
Definitely in it, okay.
I don't know specifically about these other... I think these are the conjuration and summoning spells.
I got you.
Most of these. So there's like a new Undead Spirit for necromancy, for example. A bunch of new spirits and shit. Construct Spirit, so that's most likely that new bard, that creation bard.
Yeah.
It would be doing this. Rangers probably do Bestial Spirit.
Or
and so
Ranger,
would
maybe?
And so Druids. Rangers and Druids would be Bestial Spirit. Clerics might get some Celestial, so on and so on.
Yeah, I mean, we'll check it out. We have to definitely check it out in the shop. So you got Feats.
Look at. I want you to physically look at Mind Sliver. Tasha's,
I already did. I was already looking at it.
Those are just some.
That's
a hot cantrip. Yeah. And that's a hot level 2
spike
spell.
Into the mind of a creature. Looks hot, dude. All right, so now moving on to feats. So multiple feats open up multi-classing in new ways. They're not sure what that means, but essentially you're going to be able to multi-class or do multi-feats with multi-classing. I don't know. We'll see more about that. I don't know. That's possibly just random speculation.
That one is unconfirmed. We have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
But the new feats might be pretty sick. The new 2020 feats that they released.
Oh, and Unearthed Arcana.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of them. Artificer, Crusher, Elder Adept. Yeah, these are all just like nice.
Yeah, these are. Well, if the shield training increases your strength and constitution up to 20 by 1. Pretty cool. All right, so then we go into magic items, and then we're almost getting towards the end of most of this, and kind of what I wanted to.
The UA that this came from is where the magic tattoos that I told you about came from.
Yeah, there are magic tattoos. You were talking about some of these. Some give you unarmored AC, and then there's a whole just list. We'll maybe have to go into some of these on another side little thing.
The one you let me put in our game was Eldritch Claw, and that was a buff to melee damage.
Yeah.
And attack rolls, with a cooldown that makes me ranged for a bit.
So then you also have like new magic items. There's they're not just basic +1s and +2s. These things are actually mechanically good. There's rarities that change from uncommon to legendary, new class specific magic items. There's magic spell books. Looks like there's a tree limb spellcasting focus for druids and warlocks, a spellbook for wizards that is a romance novel with how many illusions, spells, and everything that has it in it. There's extra planar shards for sorcerers. Many of these.
The Terraca deck is
yeah,
Pokemon dog.
Yeah, that's an artifact which can trap spirits. Exactly. Yeah, you can literally trap and make your own people or Pokemon.
Talk about that
or
first
whatever.
part. That's always been something that's bothered me about 5e's system overall.
What?
Is like +1 and +2 is like as cool as it got for like weapons and stuff. Like if you look at like Pathfinder, for example, like you get like striking enchants that like add weapon die and stuff. And D&D it was just like +1 to damage, dog.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Nah, I mean,
That's all you get.
I mean, well, hopefully some of this will add. I mean, a lot of this is like stuff that we kind of homebrew already, and now they're just like adding actual.
It's obvious that it was not just us that were just like,
right.
Can there be cooler magic items?
Yeah, there's
like,
got to be other stuff. I mean, they had.
Like I think our wizard just like summoned Cthulhu from the depths, but like my magic sword is only like slightly better than a normal one.
Right.
I can stab ghosts with it now, I guess.
All right, so now these are just kind of some side things. We don't get crazy into these because I don't really care about sidekicks that much. I don't think. I mean, there's.
I don't think a lot of people do.
Yeah, and that's all art down there.
Well,
so
I'm not discounting anybody that does.
Same,
just,
I'm not. It's just we don't.
They're very straightforward.
You know, they're
sidekicks.
Yeah,
you get sidekicks.
Yeah,
it's like being a summoner. You get like an extra unit.
Right.
Congratulations.
Cool. If you want to take up everybody's time with a whole nother unit that is there, by all means, you can maybe run some cool superhero thing or whatever.
I think the new magic environments.
That's what I was just getting ready to
are
go
interesting.
over. This is probably the last thing we were going to go over, and then that'll probably be today's episode, actually. But, yeah, magical environments. So this is kind of something that'll be cool for me as a DM. Just there being actual rule sets and stuff that are going to come out for magical trees and haunted ghosts and regions that have haunted
Eldritch
ghosts
storms that summon undead.
Right. Like stuff that is kind of like, oh, well, I just pulled this shit out of a rabbit hat, but now I have a reason for
Ghost
it to make
haunting
sense.
areas.
Yeah. Magical roads.
Mirror realms. Mimic colonies.
Itself.
Yeah, that's going to be fun to deal with.
Yeah, where everything is a mimic. Yeah. You know, one
that
day.
Sounds so fucking cool.
What it does. One day, then this is going to wrap up this episode. So if you've made it this long, thank you for listening. But one day we're going to have to do an actual D&D out of the book campaign. Like an actual tried and true, hey, we played a...
Well, like an actual module?
Yeah, an actual module.
Just so like Strahd or something?
Yeah. For like maybe for like next Halloween or something, we do like Strahd for like a month or I don't know.
Strahd shouldn't. I think Strahd's like maybe like an 8 to 12 session campaign, if I remember correctly.
No, well then maybe we do something like
if
that.
If you do it correctly, it's not supposed to be like super long.
Oh, okay. It's like a medium.
Yeah.
All right. Well, any last words, everybody, before we wrap it up? Tychus, have you made it this long, or are you still slamming down?
No, I made it. What?
You made it. Good.
I'm
glad you made it. Wade, any last words before we bounce?
Nah, I'm good.
Well, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow. Leave us a review or whatever. 5 stars, that would be great. If not, fucking suck. But I still love you. And that's all I got. Till next time, guys. We appreciate you guys for listening. This has been Nerds Talking Shit. I'm Connor, joined by Wade and Tychus. And until next time, guys, have a great one.